What's up, everybody? It's your favorite young lady, Jada Hajumi, and I'm back again with another video. So a lot of my girls saw my last video and everybody was asking like, yo Jada, where you get that wig from? And I was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No, let me stop. A lot of people started to ask me, a lot of my girls started to ask me, where did I get my wig from? That was in my very first video, and I mentioned in that video that it was from a wig from Isee hair. So because so many people reached out about it, I thought that I would give y'all a little hair review, because why not, right? When I received the hair, it came in the standard packaging. It came with some eyelashes, which I have on right now for the sake of this video. It came with some eyelashes, a hairnet, like a little guide. Sadly, I do not have the box anymore. I threw it away like a minute ago. But it came in like the little cute little Isee hair box. I might be able to insert a picture right here. So if I can do that, here's a picture of it. And that was about it. It was just the standard packaging, nothing too serious, nothing too sweet. I did like the box. It was cute packaging or whatever. I was really excited. But the first thing, when I opened up the hair, it didn't have no smell. Like, it didn't smell bad. It was fine. It just smelled like new hair, you know, common factory. You know, you gotta wash your hair and put it in before you have to wash your hair before you put it in, you know, never forget. But when I first received it, it didn't have a bad smell. It didn't have any bugs or anything lingering in there. I made sure to check before I washed it. The shipping on this wig did not take long at all. The only downside about the shipping was that I couldn't find my shipping information on the website. Like, I couldn't get no updates on like where the wig was or how long my package was going to be before it came. I just had to expect it before this date, and that was all. I wasn't able to receive any updates, and that was kind of scary, because when I looked on the website, it still said processing. It didn't really have any like, oh, your package has been shipped to this carrier and here's your tracking number for this carrier. I wasn't able to receive that. I don't know why I didn't have it on the website, but they didn't, and that's something to look out for. So I had no idea when to expect my package. One day it just popped up and it was there. So if you live somewhere where your packages are left outside or something, and you're not really sure if your package will be properly taken care of or hidden away, or if somebody could possibly steal it, because that has happened to me before, don't get a wig from Isee hair. At least that's my personal experience, and I just want to let you guys know, because that is something that can be a problem for somebody. First, I want to talk about the credentials of the hair. I got the Water Wave texture, 26 inches and 150 density. Now, the construction of the wig was really well constructed. I have it right here. And there isn't any badness. But the first thing that I realized about the wig, and I do believe that it's because of the density that I chose to get. This is my first time ever getting 150 density on a wig. I usually get 180 and up. But this time I decided to get a thinner density, because it is a curly hair texture, or a wavy hair texture, or a deeper wave of a hair texture. So I thought that, you know, going down in density percentage would be a lot better, you know, because it'll look more natural, it'll be more flat for me. And I was like, okay, yeah, I did like that idea. When I got the hair, the first thing that I noticed was that you were able to like see through the cap a little bit. Like, you know how you have the cap in which the hair wefts are sewn onto the hair, or glued onto the cap. You were able to see the cap through the hair, right underneath the frontal area. You were able to see the cap, and that was something that kind of bothered me, so I had to go in and fill that in. Little hack of mine, fill it in with a black marker so you weren't able to see it, depending on the angle that I'm at, or if I'm combing my hair and it's like that little gap. I don't want nobody taller than me seeing a little brown cap underneath. So I went ahead and filled that in. That was the first thing that I noticed about the hair. And I don't believe that it was because of the density. I do believe that it was the construction of the wig, because the frontal itself was really thin. Like, I can insert a video right here. I recorded to make sure that I got it before I started plucking. It was extremely thin. I was like, wow. And I'm not sure if it's because of the density that I decided to get, or if it was because of the way in which they constructed their frontal, or is that just how the frontal came? I really am not sure, but that's something to be aware of if you're thinking about buying from Isee hair. The frontal with the 150% density on this water wave wig is like extremely thin. It's lacking in a lot of hair. It really is. I do believe that the thinness of the frontal maybe came from them attempting to do a pre-plucked wig, and that's all fine and dandy. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I did get a 13x6 frontal length and width, so I do think that was probably an attempt to make it look as natural as possible, but them making the frontal so thin added on to you being able to see the cap right underneath the frontal. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't enough hair to cover up what needed to be covered up, basically. I've had this hair for about a month. I received it on June 8th, so I feel like I was able to get a feel for the hair and how it works. As far as me customizing the frontal, it was really easy. I was able to pluck and manipulate the hairline that I wanted. The knots bleached really well. My only complaint about the frontal, due to all of the shedding that I experienced, I did experience some balding after a while, but that was like later on down the line. Another thing about this wig is that it mattes a lot. It does matte in the back, even if you're brushing through it in the beginning of the day. With me, I like to start off with some water and some leave-in conditioner, because, you know, to make the curls pop or whatever, make it look good, I brush through it with a wig brush, a detangling brush, and I brush, you know, get in those nicks and crannies to get it to flow really nice. But as the day goes on, the nape of the neck does matte a lot, and that is something that that can get frustrating, because when you move a certain way, you know, because of the matting in the back, it kind of like, you know how when your hair is like stuck. Yeah, I experienced that with this wig. The hair itself is decent hair. It can become really dry over some time, but if you continuously moisturize it and keep up with it, it should be decent. But for the most part, the other day I wore this wig for about 4 hours to record my very first video, and this is how much it matted. Hopefully you guys can see that because my computer don't want to. But this is how much it matted just from that little time. The frontal itself, it does go really deep. Ignore my nails, y'all, because, you know. But it goes really deep. The 6x13. So this is a... And you can kind of see what I mean by the frontal itself being really thin. I did not pluck the back. This is just how it came. It's really dry, as you can see, really brittle. It's matty. It's not really functional unless you put some water to it and detangle it, which is pretty normal. I'm not gonna say that. Hope that you guys can see that, but yes. So that is what it looks like up close and personal. But as far as the construction on the wig was well constructed, besides the hair being so thin, and I do think that is due to the density that I chose. So maybe if I was to get 180 density, it would be okay, but maybe that was a contributing factor to why it was so thin. But other than being able to see the cap through the wefts and stuff like that, I do think that this wig was well constructed. The wefts are on there nice. It came with, what is this, 4? Yeah, it came with 4 combs, two up and bottom at the front and the back of the hair, and then 2 on the sides. You can see here the frontal. You know, everything is well constructed. I do think that they have the adjusting bands at the bottom here. I didn't really use those, but they do have them just in case you're interested. Now let's get into the good aspects of this wig. I do think that it is a cute wig. The texture is really pretty. It does look good before the matting and it gets worn out throughout the day. I do think that this wig is very much so wearable, and if you know how to manipulate and maneuver your wigs to make them look really nice, then this is for you. But if you do not, then it is not for you. The longevity of this wig, I've had it for a month and it already has had like these little wiggy battles. So would I recommend this wig? I would, for certain purposes. I would recommend this wig for certain purposes, like if you want to do it for a photo shoot, or if you want to do it for a weekend vacation, if you need something real quick and real easy. I do think that this is one of those wigs, but I don't think that it is something that can last you for a year. I do not think that this wig will last you over maybe 3 months at max. Now, would I recommend this wig to everyone? It depends on what you're looking for and how much you're willing to spend on a decent wig. I do think that the wig is good for a quick wear. You're looking to do a photo shoot, or you're looking for a wig for a decent weekend or week vacation, or something that you can pop on and pop off, you know, to go throughout your days. But something that, if you're looking for longevity, something that's gonna be good quality for a really long time, I do not think that this is a wig for you, and I do not think that this is a wig for someone who's just beginning, or who doesn't know how to manipulate their way through a decent wig. So yes, guys, that is it for this video. If you have any more lingering questions, feel free to comment down below. I am here to help. I will leave all of the information on this wig in the description box, just in case somebody is interested in buying it for a vacay. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.